So there was a new trailer for Black Adam. Well, not a trailer. It's like those minute long. They're considered trailers, but they're not considered official trailers. I don't know what they're called, but you see them in every movie. So this morning, Dwayne Johnson put a tweet like this: "The only part you have to ignore is the corrected part." And so the trailer, I'm not gonna play it because of course copyright, and if I'm gonna talk about this, I might as well get paid. But in the trailer, you of course have Amanda Waller being like, before heroes and villains, there was Black Adam, and Black Adam ruled the entire hierarchy of power in the DC universe and all of that. And that's basically the trailer. You just see the usual Black Adam stuff, but it starts off with, you see that Batman logo from BVS. You even have the scene where Martha is touching Superman on the chest in BVS, and then you have a scene from Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn. Then you also have a scene from Aquaman when Aquaman finally wears his comic accurate suit. Uh, but after the Aquaman scene, you actually get to see a scene of Steppenwolf in Justice League 2017 grabbing the axe and slamming it down. Now, of course, this isn't a spoiler because, of course, the movie came out a year ago. I think everyone should be aware of this. In the original cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League, that was not part of it. The part in that scene was, first of all, the color grading was different. Second of all, it was supposed to be Darkseid, or not Darkseid, Yuxas. And Yuxas is the one that tries to conquer Earth in the beginning. But in Justice League 2017, it's actually Steppenwolf. Um, and right now, the big question is, what is the DCEU going to do moving forward under the reign of David Zaslav? We've been looking for hints. We've been looking for clues. As of now, we don't know. We don't know whether David Zaslav is going to continue with the Snyderverse. We don't know whether David Zaslav is going to do a soft reboot. I don't know. Don't believe those shitty scoopers from Geekosity because they aren't going to tell you the truth. They're just going to lie to you because it makes them money. Anyways, um, so this clip was played and a lot of people got mad. Like, it was abysmal. I even had two people message me thinking what I thought about the trailer. And I watched the trailer. And I won't lie to you, I did not focus on Steppenwolf. I focused on the fact they used clips from Batman vs. Superman. To me, that felt like they were trying to say, all right, Snyder versus canon. That's what it felt like to me. But a lot of people saw the Steppenwolf clip and saw it as an offense. And I made a joke and tweet saying, OMG, Warner Bros. Discovery ran over my mom with a tank, and now I feel eternal darkness and will now cry myself to sleep. This clip is a disgrace to us fans. I shall now tear up all my DC comics and will tell my subscribers not to watch Black Adam. That left me no choice. And I put that as a joke, of course, because I saw so many people saying, oh my god, I can't believe Warner Bros. Discovery is moving with Joss Whedon's cut instead of the Snyder cut. First of all, a lot of you guys don't know this, but a lot of times the marketing team, the trailers and all that, all they do is they get the footage they're given. They're given a little bit of notes and then they make their own trailer. They rarely ever get like hardcore like, oh, you can't use this, you can't you have to realize marketing teams are different from the actual filmmakers. And so I saw this as a nothing burger. This meant nothing, of course. This means nothing. Now, Dwayne Johnson came out with the trailer, and now the trailer did not have that exact clip of Steppenwolf. It was corrected. Now, I'll say this. I think this is good. I'm saying this is a good move. Good move from DC. Good move for strictly on a financial gain because Snyder fans, we do make an impact. We are making impacts. We can change things. And one of the biggest impacts, of course, was actually getting the Snyder Cut released. But another impact is now even Dwayne Johnson, the biggest actor in the world right now, even he had to fall down on his knees and say, hey, we got to cut this out. I still consider it as nothing. Now, if let's say the only way I could understand frustration is if, let's say, Amanda Waller said, oh, Steppenwolf came back centuries ago to try to take over Earth, and then he came back, the Justice League stopped him, now here's Black Adam. Like, if that was to happen, then yeah, or if they use that exact clip in the movie, because the movie is the true canon. In a trailer, however, especially when they barely referenced it, I don't think it means anything. We also have to understand the general audience hasn't really felt the impact of Zack Snyder's Justice League. If you ask them what Justice League movie they saw or what Justice League movie they're thinking of, more than likely they're going to tell you 2017. So my assumption, I'm only going based on assumption, my own theory is when they were editing the trailer, the marketing team, they probably don't know what's going on with DCEU. They their job is to make the best trailer for DC, and it seems like they really want to emphasize on Black Adam's going to change the DCU. So I guess they were told, "Hey, could you put some footage from our previous movies?" And so they played Batman vs Superman. They probably had some editor to be like, "All right, let's get some cool clips from other movies." All right, we got Batman vs Superman. Of course, that's a major DCU movie. Harley Quinn's a very loved character, so let's put her in there. Jason Momoa's Aquaman is really loved, so let's put him there. Batman, Superman, they're both cool. Oh crap, here's the big team up movie, Justice League. Alright, let's get a cool scene from one of the villains, because in the trailer, Amanda Waller is saying heroes and villains, before that time. And so my assumption was like, oh, that's a cool shot from Justice League. Alright, let's use it. I highly doubt that David Zaslav rang them up on the phone and said, oh no, we can only have this universe canon, and the Snyderverse is dead. Because if that was the case, then why did they use Snyderverse footage, or not Snyderverse footage, Zack Snyder's Justice League footage in the Shazam trailer? In the Shazam trailer, we had a scene of Ezra Miller's Flash running. That was, of course, from Zack Snyder's Justice League. We also had a shot of Ben Affleck's Batman from Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's like, if they weren't going with that route, then why would they use it for Shazam? I'm gonna be honest right now. I honestly don't think they have a plan right now in the DCU. I think there might be a little bit of plan, like let's go with Aquaman. Like, what my theory, and I'm only going based on theory. I'm not your shit scoopers like Sil and Mikey. I'm only giving you my theory. Um, my theory, as of now, there is not a crystal clear plan, because we have to remember right now DC does not have a president. They're only going based on David Zaslav. Currently, right now, I mean, I guess you could say technically Walter Mata, but it looks like he will be out the door sooner rather than later. My theory is they're just gonna wing it for now, and what I'm hoping is they eventually fill the pieces and continue a universe. Whether it's Snyder or not, I want them to continue a universe. But from what it seems like right now, is they're going to make it seem like it's a connected universe, but they're not really going to go delve deep into it. So they're going to release Black Adam. They're going to release Shazam, Flash. I don't know. I do think they are planning it in a way where they aren't rebooting or doing a hardcore reboot, which is why I think Ben Affleck's Batman's still Batman, which is why I think Henry Cavill is continuing as Superman. I do think they are going to put a postcard for Black Adam with Henry Cavill Superman, make it crystal clear that, yeah, that's still the Superman. And if we want to reboot, we can do that along the future. But it seems like that's the case, because I don't think David Zaslav wants to come in and think, okay, I'm inheriting a DC universe that's about to reboot itself by bringing in Michael Keaton's Batman, Sasha Calle's Supergirl. I don't think that's what he wants. I think he, for now, wants to have a crystal clear lineup of, okay, this is our universe. These are the characters we already have. Let's go with that. That's my assumption. I don't think he's saying Snyderverse dead, Snyderverse alive. No, I think they're going to plan it. They're going to think it. But my main thing is, I think eventually when DC finds its leader, eventually Zaz will be like, all right, here are the pieces. You go ahead, do what you got to do. That's my theory. Whether the guy wants the Snyderverse alive, whether he doesn't want the Snyderverse alive, I don't know. I don't think, and you know what, I'll even say this, if we ever get the Snyderverse restoration, I don't think it's going to happen for at least 2 or 3 years, because currently Zack Snyder is obviously busy. He's working on Army of the Dead stuff. He's working on Rebel Moon stuff. You know what, I'm going to say this right now. I genuinely think Zack really doesn't want to come back. Like, I genuinely believe, I think he does, but I don't think it's like his number one, like, oh, I got to. I genuinely think that Rebel Moon could honestly change the game. I genuinely think Rebel Moon is going to be a Netflix hit, and I think it's going to be almost to the level of Stranger Things, where everyone's talking about it, everyone loves it, and now because this is Zack's own IP, like, this is something Zack is creating, I genuinely think that he's gonna want to work with that, because he's gonna be able to flesh out a universe, and not have to worry. Because with DC, he does have to go with, all right, I have to go comic accurate with these characters. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But with Rebel Moon, he can just do his own lore. There's no race swapping. There's no gender swapping. No, it's his own story. He can do whatever he wants. And I think that's what Zach is very interested in. Kind of a go with Christopher Nolan. Now, I do think a part of him still wants to finish off his movies. I don't think he'll ever come back for like a Man of Steel 2. I think more than likely, if he does come back, it will just be for part 2, part 3, and then he's done. Because I don't think Zach wants to keep working with Warner Brothers anymore. I think he is exhausted. I think genuinely the main reason why he would want to is because that is his name. When people think Zack Snyder, they think of his universe in DC. I don't know, but I see a lot of people also saying, "Oh, why would they bow down to the Snyder fans?" And I'm like, really? It's just a small thing. And at the end of the day, it's money. People care about money. If something affects their money, then they're not going to do it. That's just smart financial business. I don't think this means anything. Again, the clip didn't mean anything to me. I don't think it's confirmation at all. It's just a small clip. And again, we have to remember the marketing team and the actual film editors. There's a complete difference right there. They're two different sections, and oftentimes they don't communicate well enough. But hey, that's just my theory. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see and find out. Hopefully Black Adam's good. Also, I forgot to talk about this, but yesterday in the teaser for Black Adam, he said no one... I think, what was it that he said? He said, no one from the world can stop me. And a lot of people are theorizing that Superman is there, and he's going to say, well, good thing I'm not from this world. And that's going to be the post-credit. The post-credit, I feel like, is the thing that I'm hearing most about. I'm not hearing people say, this movie is going to look so amazing. Like, I'm excited for the movie. You guys saw my trailer reaction. I'm excited for this movie. I think this movie looks cool and badass. But it is a little concerning that there's this big hype for Henry Cavill Superman to show up. And I'm a little worried he doesn't, which I doubt that will happen. I genuinely believe he is going to show up. But still, it's a little concerning that that's everyone's focus. I'm excited for this movie. I'm looking very forward to it. But yeah, I shall see y'all on the next one. Peace.